Hi, mathematicians. I just wanted to go over the last assignment before your final exam. When you click on our block 4 or block 8, you'll see it here. It is due Wednesday, June 3rd, but it has a lot of parts to it, so I just wanted to make a quick video explaining the details on it. So if you click on the fake news math lesson, it will show up looking a little bit different, and maybe your other teachers have used this before, but you'll see all the instructions here. And then I have the teacher edition, so mine looks a little bit different. I see what you submit, but on yours, it should say My Document, and you click on My Document, and it should bring up something that looks like this, which has some pages, and you'll actually be able to type directly into Schoology. Now, if it doesn't say that, there will be a link over here. It says can't see your document, click here. Something like that. Click on that to, in order to see it. It's that you need to log into your Google Drive using your MyMail. So if you're logged in with a personal Gmail or you're not logged in with your MyMail to Google, it's not going to allow you to see the document. And I will also post a YouTube video showing you how to get your MyMail Google account logged in so that you can see the assignment through Schoology. So let me go ahead and go through the instructions. So I put all the instructions here, and then when you click on My Document, it will take you to the assignment, and all the instructions are also here too. So I wanted to make an assignment that talked about our fake news. There's so much in the news today that is not true, especially during COVID-19. So you can read this little introduction here. I talked about how I read that someone died because they ingested a certain ingredient that they thought could prevent COVID-19. You can click the link there to see the article. It's actually really sad. And so we are going to first look at if we can even spot fake news. And then secondly, we will use some math and see how quickly is it spreading. So there's 4 steps you need to complete. Step 1 is you're going to play a quiz game called Factitious. Step 2, you're either going to read this article or you're going to take a look at this infographic, number 2. And step 3, you're going to go to either your block 4 or block 8, whichever block you're in, and you're going to write a post, a discussion, Schoology discussion post on 3 thoughts, 2 ways, and 1 question. And then lastly, there's a math portion. So let me go into the detailed instructions. You're going to go to this website called Factitious. So let me show you what it looks like. This is the pandemic edition. So you're going to click Start New Game. And you can swipe right if you think it's real, swipe left if you think it's fake, or you can use, there's a little check and X's down at the bottom. Okay, so this is the first round. It shows the round down at the bottom. You can read the title. You can read through the article. It's a very short, just a few paragraphs from the article. You can even click to see where the source was from. So if you think that this is real or this is fake, you can click here or here, and it will actually tell you whether it's real or fake. And it's actually a game, so you get points if you guess correctly. And so you need to go through at least, I believe, 5 articles to finish round 1. Okay, so all the instructions are here. Step 2, either you'll read this article or you can look at the infographics. So let me show you what the article looks like. If you're interested in reading a little bit more, I suggest this one. There's a professor who talks about fake news in relation to COVID-19, and it gives you some questions you can ask yourself about what you're reading online to see if the news is true or not. The other thing you can look at is something called an infographic. So this is a graphic that has information for you. And this is also from a credible source. It gives you 4 scenarios, and you can read through and see what you should do. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Schoology and you're going to find the fake news discussion. So if you have never been in a Schoology discussion before, it looks like this. So you'll see here it's due the same day. Click on it. And it gives you the 3 things you need to do. So first thing you need to do is when you type here in your comment, you need to talk about 3 thoughts you had while reading those articles. So if you go back here to factitious, when you look through, perhaps there's a certain word or a certain phrase that makes you suspicious, that makes you think it's fake. So you're gonna say that here, come up with 3 things that you read in the articles. The second thing you'll put is 2 ways to determine whether news is fake or not. You can go ahead and use either the article or the infographic and just state 2 things you learned about how to tell whether news is fake or not. And the last thing is, I want to know what question you still have about detecting fake news. Maybe you're uncertain about a source or something like that. You can go ahead and do that here. And the last thing you're going to do, step 4, is you're going to complete the math handout. So how you're going to find that math handout again is on the assignments where it says COVID-19 fake news math lesson. Again, when you click on it, it will have my document here on your account, your student account. It gives you the instructions on how to do it. So when you click my document at the top, you can literally just start typing in, or if you want, you can click edit, which will open up this into a new page and it will create a copy for you. So you don't have to worry about writing on my copy. So here, the first part of this math lesson, these first 3 questions, I want you to think about how many times something is reposted after 1 day, 1 week. So you can see I asked that for all 3 of them. However, the amount of times vary. And for this, because it's a prediction, I just want your estimation. I don't want actual amounts. I don't want you to use a calculator. I actually want you to predict predict how many times you think each will happen. Once we finish that, you'll move on to calculations. Here you can actually grab a calculator. I have tables set up for you, and I even have hints to help you know what to do for each question. And you're just going to type directly under each question, and then for 4A and 5A, you'll just type directly in the table. And then the last thing is I'm actually going to introduce some vocabulary to you. Our last unit is called sequences. This is the only lesson we're going to do on this unit. I'm not going to test you on this unit at all. I just want you to know some of the vocabulary. So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers. And so when you are looking at these, how quickly these fake articles are spreading on Twitter or on Facebook or on Instagram, you're actually creating a sequence. So it's an ordered list of numbers. There's a bunch of terms here you can look at. And then lastly, I tell you to go ahead and click submit assignment so that you can submit it. The other ways you can submit the math assignment is right here. If you have access to a printer, if you'd like, you can print it out, fill it in, and then upload a picture. Or if you don't want to type in directly to Schoology, or you don't have access to a printer, you could just write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. If you just label it as 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, so on and so forth, all the way to 6A, 6B, I will understand what you mean. Okay, so that was a lot. Let me just reiterate. You're going to go to that website, Factitious. You're going to play a game, seeing whether news is fake or not. Second thing you're going to do is either you're going to read this article, or you're going to look at this infographic to find 2 ways that you can spot fake news. You're going to go to Schoology and go to the discussion. And you're going to type, it's going to be a 3, 2, 1 discussion. So 3 thoughts you had, 2 ways, 1 question. And lastly, you're going to complete the math handout here. It's what you need to do to finish the math handout is 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, and all these are just predictions, so no calculator, so it's okay if you're wrong. And then 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, and these you can use a calculator for. You should get accurate answers here. And it may surprise you, for some of these, you may think that, oh, this fake video is being reposted multiplier of 3 times per hour, and you want to know how many times it's reposted after 1 week. You're actually going to get a pretty large number. It's actually pretty shocking how quickly it can spread. And so that's the purpose of this lesson is just to help you and know when news is fake, and also to let you know that news can spread so quickly online based on how quickly people repost or share. All right, please message me in Schoology if you have any questions. This is due on Wednesday, June 3rd, as you can see here. And then your final assignment is called the final exam. And that one, you're just going to write out what you've learned for the year.